bought these two bikes about a year ago, and I haven't cleaned either one of them up since I've had them. I took the big bike on a long trip. I didn't change the oil or nothing in it. I need to probably change the oil since I went 800 miles on it. I don't know how many miles you need to go before you change your oil, but I don't know when they changed the oil before I got the bike. But I know that the big bike's pretty dirty. You can see the dirt all on it. Same up here, even here on the tank. Dirty as hell. Well, these are the first cruisers that I ever owned. Before that, most of my bikes were more like sport bikes, but it was before they started calling bikes sport bikes. So when I first started riding, I wasn't used to these floorboards. The foot position is kind of forwards. And then we got this double gear changer thing right here. I definitely wasn't used to that. Got me kind of confused. I was still doing the gears the same way I was used to with my other bikes. With the single piece there. Let the gas on this one. And then later on I added these two lights here, just in case my main headlight goes out. And the back sissy bar here, the big tall one, main reason I put it on there is because my old bikes, I used to be able to put my backpack on it, so I took that little short sissy bar that was on there. It's actually over there on the little bike, so it shows you how short that sissy bar was. It's got a little rack on it, but to me, sissy bar being that short, you can see the rubber seats up under there. It's kind of over the top of the back seat on this one, but I don't want to ride nobody on the back of this little bike anyways. And sissy bar is a lot taller on this bike than that one. I was able, when I took my trip, I was able to put a sleeping bag on there, a tent, and two backpacks just on that one bar. And of course I had my saddlebags. I didn't make a video of me packing all my stuff up or anything. I should have, so been a little bit of a tutorial because I've been riding a while, done me a few trips, so I kind of know what to carry. And one of the main things is put your clothes in a plastic bag, because you can't rely on your backpack to be holding out the water. And I learned that lesson by riding on a trip that rained all the way, about the same distance, around 1,000 miles, and it rained the whole time and my clothes was all wet. I didn't have saddlebags back then, not on my sportier bike. This is actually the first bike that I've ever had that had saddlebags on it, so it's pretty good convenience compared to having those other ones. Only thing different I want to change about this bike now is longer handlebars. I think those handlebars are a little bit short for me. Want them to be a little bit taller up and maybe a little bit farther back. I like the windshield. I didn't think I was going to like a windshield. It's actually my first bike with a windshield. And it keeps a lot of bugs off. As you can see, there's quite a bit of bugs and stuff all over the windshield and set on me. And rocks and stuff that come flying up don't hit you. Like I was just writing in a video on somebody's comments, they was like, what kind of things have you changed on your bike to upgrade? And I don't know if you'd call them upgrades or not, but I like the extra headlights just in case my main one goes out, and that sissy bar really does help carry more stuff. I need to cut this bar that I got on the back here down, or find something else to hook down at the bottom of it, make it a little bit shorter in width. Yeah, so anyway, it's going to cost me a little bit of money to make those handlebars longer, because you don't just make the handlebars longer, you also have to change out the gas throttle line, the clutch cable, and yeah, your brake line with the brake fluid up at the top. Pretty sure I can do all of that myself. Okay, I'm gonna get to washing on these bikes. I actually got my found my tripod. I had got this a long time ago for a different camera, and this one just happens to fit my camera. If you looked at any of my old videos, you'll see that I painted that bike myself. I happen to like that turquoise blue color, so that's what color I painted. I'm going to paint my big bike too, but I don't know what color I want to paint it yet. Well, I bought this spray-on wax. Instead of waxing the whole body and then wiping it back off, I bought this, I guess you call it a lazy spray-on wax. Smells pretty good too. Well, there they are, good and clean. They still need to be wiped down. And get the wetness off of it. Got a towel inside I can wipe it down with. Well, guess that's long enough of a video on cleaning my bikes up. Well, y'all have a good day riding. I'm going to spray some leather protectant on the saddlebags and the seat. This right here protects rubber, vinyl, and leather. In this bag I carried a Road Atlas, a little tool set, An extra adjustable wrench. Tire pressure gauge. And a Bic lighter. In the other bag, I carry this lighter plug. It also has a USB, and it plugs right into a plug that I have on the other side of the bike. I can charge up my cameras, and if I had my little power supply out here, I could probably plug something in to run it. But I don't know how good a motorcycle battery would last with something like that on it. I need to put me a pair of vice grips on the bike. I forgot to do that because sometimes, you know, your cables will break on you, either your clutch cable or your speedometer cable, or not speedometer, gas throttle. And when those break, you can hook a pair of vice grips to them and pull on it, and at least give you a little bit of something till you get home where you can go buy you another cable, because you don't want to be out there stuck with your gas throttle broke or your clutch cable and you can't go nowhere. Well, the reason I say that is because I've already done it, and it worked well. I used it on my gas throttle. Didn't have one when my clutch cable went out. I had to push start the bike. Then I had to, if I got to any stoplight or anything, I had to pull off to the side of the road and wait. And had to let the bike just kind of die on me. Spray the rest of this. Yeah, this will help with, like, if it gets rained on or something, and mud and dirt and whatever. Believe me, the Road Atlas has helped me a bunch of times, especially if you don't have a GPS. This is the wax that I used on the bike, and as you can see, it's shiny. The sun really ain't up yet. It's still a little bit early in the morning. If you look back this way, you can see the sun shining that way. It's coming up over the ridge up there, ridge of the trees. Probably go for me a ride in a little bit. Probably the most fun that I have in my life is riding around on motorcycles. Well, thanks for watching my videos.